Good day, YouTube. Is out here back again with another video, man. And the thing about life is always gonna test you in multiple ways. Life always tests you. Whether you could be having a bad day and then something could just spill on your shirt, and then it could just even fuck your day up even more. Or life will always be life, and it always comes with its trials and tribulations, and it always just comes with certain things to bring you down, bro. Life is always life, and that's the best way I can put it. Life is always life. And if I could give you any advice, it would be never jeopardize yourself. Never be the reason why. Like, it should never be like, I'm not saying like it should never be like your fault for why something is going the way it should. Like, you should know better than to do something and it put you in a position where now you're fucked up, or where you fucked over. Like, basically never fuck yourself over. Now I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen, because you know, we live and we learn, and sometimes things just don't go according to plan, and bruh, shit happens. Shit just happens, and you know, one thing leads to another, and you just boom. Like, you knew better, but unfortunately you just didn't do better, and now you're fucked. And in a situation like that, I'll say the best thing you could do is just give it time. Just take it day by day. Take it slow. Take it slow. Focus on today. My best advice for a situation like that would be to take it slow. Focus on what you're doing today. Know what you're doing tomorrow, but focus on everything about what you're doing today, and let that be as it is. Go on about your day for today. Tomorrow is coming, and this is especially when you are fucked, because that's all you could do. Time moves slower. You're breathing heavy. You don't have an appetite. You steady your head down. You steady sighing all day. 30 minutes later, you steady sighing. You don't know why you sad. You feel me? You're just low. You're just low. And if that's you, and that's your situation, well, the best way I could put that is you have to take it day by day. You gotta, regardless if you're the reason why you're there or you're not the reason why you're there, you gotta take it day by day. You gotta focus on, okay, what am I gonna do today? What's going on today? How's the day gonna go today? And then you just take it, even if time moves slow, fuck it. You know, like, I'm talking about where you're so fucked up, where you're so fucked over in the situation, wherever you're in, to where the only thing that feels good is to sleep. One of them situations. But it can relate to any situation in general. Just take it day by day. Focus on today. Get today over with. And then when tomorrow comes, you focus on tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you look at it like tomorrow becomes today, and you take today as well. And you do that every single day. And it might be long, it might be a process, but as time passes, things eventually will just start to get better. But while things get better, the thing you gotta do is you gotta improve yourself. You gotta know, okay, how did I get into this situation? Then you gotta know that you cannot, if you're the reason why you're in that situation, or however that situation happened, however you got to where you are, you cannot make the same mistakes again. You can't. Either you're gonna be as careful as possible, or you're just gonna stay away from the period, whoever got you there. And I would say just stay away from the period, because the moment you start giving back into it, whatever the case is, you start doing them things or being around them people or whatever it is, you're gonna start going back into it, and then you're gonna think it's okay. Although you already been in a situation, you're like, oh, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna think like it's not gonna happen again, or it's not gonna happen, and then boom, it happens. Let it happen once, but for it to happen twice and 3 times, like, you just gotta look at yourself like, come on, man. Or for you to allow it to happen once, okay, you know, it happened once, but then for you to allow it to happen multiple times, you gotta just look at yourself like, wow, like, I know better. You know better. I should have did better, and you should do better. And unfortunately, we cannot change what we have already done, but we can change what we do right now. So if you are going through that situation, or it's currently at that moment, then all you can do is just focus on the now. And time will pass, and by then it'll be a week, and then by then it'll be 2 weeks, by then it'll be 3 weeks, and then by then, before you know it, things are just better. Things are just better. You also gotta look at it this way. You can't always just look at it like I'm fucked. I know, like, in the heat of the moment, it gets like that, and you think that, oh, I am fucked. Like, sometimes, like situations like this is the reason why some people are just suicidal, because they just cannot handle their thoughts. They cannot handle the pressure on them. They cannot handle the surroundings. They cannot handle their environment around them. And I honestly can't blame them, because it's just so much. It really is just so much that takes a toll on somebody when it's just all that's around them is just negative energy, reminding them of whatever it is that caused them to be in that position, or just reminding them of how much of a failure or how disappointed they are, or whatever the case is. But you gotta look at it this way. It's just everything is just a matter of time before it gets better. Tough times don't last forever. Tough people do. So either you're a tough person or you're not. Even if you're not tough, you gotta be tough, because life will toughen you up. So you might as well just be tough during these times, especially. So back to what I was saying, you gotta look at it this way. You gotta be like, damn, a month from now, will this even matter? You gotta look at it like, a month from now, will this even matter? 2 weeks from now, will this even matter? Or be like, you just gotta look at, like, situations don't stay heated forever. Eventually they dial down. Regardless, they dial down, and they only dial down if you stay away from it. If you stay away from it, if you start moving correctly. Now, I can't really go into detail about this because the way you move correctly might be different between the way somebody else moves correctly, but you start doing the right things. You just start doing what's right. And by just doing what's right and doing what's right and doing what's right, things will become right. That's the best way I can put it. By doing what's right, by doing what's right over and over and over again, things will become right. And people won't be, even if they hit you with negative thoughts, even if they hit you with negativity, it's just like you doing right at the end of the day. You know yourself. It's like you know your truth. And as long as you know your truth, then nobody else can really disturb that in a way. All they can do is just bring up your wrongs. Like they say, people will whisper your achievements, but they will shout out your mistakes. And majority of the time it is a mistake, man. You might have knew better at the situation, but it was a mistake you did because it's a mistake. It's an honest mistake. Sometimes it might be an honest mistake. It's a bad decision, but that bad decision, is a mistake because you shouldn't have made that bad decision. But everything is just a matter of time before it gets better. That's what I'm trying to get to. Things will get better eventually. And so you just gotta look at it that way. You gotta be like, okay, like, and the reason why you look at it that way is because it decreases the pressure on you. It decreases the pressure you have on yourself. Like, okay, 2 weeks from now, things will be better. 2 weeks from now, things will not be as bad as it was today. 2 weeks from now, things will be like this. You gotta look at it like that. 2 weeks from now, things will be like this. It'll be just a little bit better. Then when you reach that 2 weeks mark, the pressure is at least a little bit lower. Maybe the pressure was here, but now it becomes here. And then from there, you gotta look at like, okay, 2 weeks from now, things are not as bad as when they were at first. 2 weeks from now, things will be a little bit better. 2 weeks from now passes and boom, it goes down. And you just keep living like that, and it keeps going down and down and down. Now, I'm not saying, things will not go back to being perfect the next day like this at all. But as long as you give it time and you take it day by day, time will forever keep on moving, and things will just eventually get better. And it's O here, man. If y'all new to this channel, subscribe. If y'all got any questions, comments, or anything, just, you know, comment them down below. But I just want to share this video with y'all for those that are going through something. And I don't know, I just feel like this video will help. I hope this video reaches the audience it needs to reach. And I don't know, I just hope this video helps. Catch you on the next one, man. It's all love. It's all love.